Welcome back to Redhead Rewatch. We are on One Tree Hill, Season 1, Episode 3, Are You True? Air date 10/16 of 2003. Frustrated by Lucas's growing popularity at school, Nathan searches for Lucas's weak spot and has the team begin to initiate hazing incidents against him. Nathan also tries to seek tutoring help from Haley. Brooke begins to fall for Lucas. Meanwhile, Peyton is furious with Lucas for submitting her drawings to the local newspaper without her knowledge. All right, let's jump right on in here. So first of all, I did really like this episode. It's the burning boat episode. We get our first taste of Naley in this episode. This is where they start out. We get our first taste of Brucus in this episode. And yeah, I just liked it overall. I really liked the episode. What do you think, Jillian?
Yeah, I do really like the episode, and yeah, I like the Karen's involvement, Karen scenes in the episode with the moms. Like, I just think it was really well done. I like that we got to see like Lucas's petty high school drama and also like Karen dealing with petty old high school drama. I thought that was like a really funny, like an interesting part
Mm-hmm.
of the episode too, and how we like saw barely any Dan, which was nice. Thumbs up to that.
That was
Um,
very
but yeah, I really liked the episode. And like you said, like this is when Naley happens and the bracelet and it yeah. But all in all, I do like it. Except I don't like all like watching all the hazing and like all the stuff that they do to Lucas. So I was like, all right, guys, this is a little extreme here. Like, so yeah.
yeah.
But other than that, like I'd give it probably an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I like it. I'd probably give it like an 8.5 out of 10. I thought it's definitely one of my favorite ones of the beginnings of the show and like as it starts out. Um, so we start out with the game and Lucas makes the winning shot of the game. And then the boosters, aka Sherry, Tim's
Ugh.
approaches Karen and Keith and asks Karen to be on boosters. But I guess doesn't really want her to go. Like Sherry, I feel like we all have a Sherry. Like we all have that bitchy woman, girl from high school who never leaves high school, who never changes, and who everyone's just like, oh my God. Like that is Sherry. And I feel like everybody has a Sherry. I feel like continuing on from last episode, like it's just very Karen's high school interactions and like post high school interactions in a small town. Like it's very relatable. It's very true. And I like how they do it. I like how they plan it out. I love when Sherry leaves, how Keith was like, like, I love the Keith and Karen together. Their scenes like being at the basketball game together and then like in the cafe together later on, and and them in the car. And him really just being like, because she's like, Sherry, she acts like we're still in high school, we're out of high school. And he's like, well, memory lane's a two-way street.
Right.
Um, but I love their scenes. I love Keith in this episode. And just like Brooke. Like we were introduced to Brooke last episode, but like we really get Brooke this episode. And
The leopard bra.
the leopard bra, the backseat, Brooke's move, like just Sophia Bush is so adorable. And she plays like cute, sexy, like gitchy, like she's snappy, like she just is everything that we love and everything we love about
Mhm.
Brooke. And I mean, the iconic Brooke in the back seat with the leopard bra on Lucas's
Mhm.
shoulder and Whitey coming up like, there's a half naked girl in your back seat.
Yeah, I know.
One of my favorite scenes. I love it so much. The chemistry between Sophia and Chad obviously is palpable. And that's something like kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to start this podcast because it's very complicated situation with Sophia and Chad, like in real life now, and the whole situation. Like they really barely talk about Brooke and Lucas, or like Chad in general. Like they really don't talk about, because I think Sophia gets in trouble if she talks about Chad. So, like, I really, and like, I'm like a team Brucus, team Brooke, like die hard. So I really want to be able to like get into that so that all the team Brucus fans out there can be heard and seen.
Yeah,
Um,
right.
but and even the scene, like I said when we were watching it, the scene where Peyton is at Lucas's locker and she's like, "Why did you submit my sketches? Like, I told you not to do that." Like, he's like, "Well, they liked them, didn't they?" And she's like, "Well, that's not the point." And then Brooke comes over just like all adorable and she's like, "Hey, gorgeous. Like, did you find something?" And he like gives her the bra and she's like, "Thanks." Like, it just goes to show you like the differences in the girls. And like, I'm not saying one is good and one is bad, but Brooke is just, and like Lucas does say this when they like start dating and stuff, like she's just fun and cute, and like Peyton is so much and rude and, you know, dark, and it's just, Brooke's so adorable.
Like
She's
the thing
adorable.
is too, is that Lucas is broody like Peyton in a way, and I totally get that, but you can be broody and not be an asshole to other people. Like Lucas has always been a brooding, like reading books type of guy, obviously until the whole girl situation, but like he was like you can be broody and moody and like not be an asshole to people. Like Peyton's just like bitter and rude to everyone.
Bitter is a perfect word, yeah. And I mean, we get in this episode too, like, then it shows the scene with, well, and then it's your favorite line, the welcome mat.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, it's like a welcome mat.
yeah, Brooke walks away, and then Peyton's like, the leopard bra, dude, that thing's like a welcome mat. And then they talk about it, but then Brooke, Brooke must say 10 times, "Do you like Lucas? Are you jealous? Do you like him? Do you like him? Do you like him?" And every time Peyton's like, "No, no, no."
She's like,
You know
no,
what I
I'm dating Nathan at this time. Of course I don't.
Yeah. So it's like, um, but the bikini wax scene, like I thought it was funny and fun, but at the same time, these girls are like 15.
Yeah.
And you're like going to get a Brazilian, like
I guess
I
it's Brooke Davis, so
mean, I guess, but yeah, and it's really funny, like Whitey's hilarious in this whole episode, and like interrupting Brooke and Lucas in the car was really funny. And then the Keith and Karen in the cafe where they're talking about the boosters and the moms and high school. And then Keith's like, "Oh, does Haley ever go home?" And that's when Karen's like, "Oh, well, Haley comes from a big family, and when we met her, she was like, 'You guys need me more.'" And here's the where it starts, the confusion with
I loved that.
like, does she have brothers and sisters? Because I'm pretty sure she says brothers and sisters, but only mentioned is her two older sisters.
Right.
Um, then I want to say at one point she says she has seven siblings.
Yes, it's when it's like later in the season one when Nathan's at her house and he's like, that's a big family or something. And she goes, yeah, I have like seven brothers and or something. But she definitely says she has more than two. But like we only see two of her siblings later on in the seasons.
And no other siblings are named, discussed, talked about by anyone, by her parents, by her other, like,
Yeah, very odd.
and I get like that would be, but like it's just one scene we have to show. Like it's just one scene where you just have like random extras in, and those are her siblings. Like, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So that's one of the things that bothers me a lot about um things that are not explained in One Tree Hill. And there are a couple things, and that is one of them. But yeah, the Karen High School is so freaking relatable. Sophia Bush is just everything. The burning boat concept I really, really like. I love in shows, especially in like small town shows, when they do like quirky little things like this. Like the
Mm-hmm.
Burning Boat every year, they have like Midnight Madness, they have, you know what I mean? Like all of their
Yeah.
things they do. I love. I love, 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 love. Brooke's outfit, love the
So
tan,
cute.
the suede jacket with the hair and the makeup and Brooke, I mean, I could go on and on and on about Brooke Davis. She's the best character on the
Right?
show, in my opinion. But then cut to we get the scene with Chad with the basketballs.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh my God.
Um,
Blessed that scene.
which is interesting. It's also really interesting. This was a CW like teen drama show to have ultimately just a naked boy for like a full minute, just like walking down the hallway. And in Drama Queens, they talked about like how they basically like took a basketball and like cut a hole out of it for the
What?
front, and then he was holding it in the back. Um, but I mean, that's while yes, like Chad's hot, we all love Chad, like, you know, that's like quite a lot to have him do. And you had said too, like, well, I wonder if he was okay with it. Like, I don't really think he had a choice. And I don't think at that time, especially that like if he was like, I don't want to do this, they were probably
Or
like,
like I'm so comfortable doing this, especially with someone like Mark Schwann. He's like, suck it up.
yeah, I'm sure Mark was just like, don't be a puss, do it, you know? Which again, they don't talk about this on Drama Queens too much, but the two people that Mark really um like harassed were Chad and Hillary. Now obviously he didn't sexually harass Chad, but like he did not like Chad. Him and Chad bumped heads a lot. And to what I gather, Mark didn't like Chad. And then obviously we know like Hillary was like Mark's obsession. But and that's why they end up leaving the show in season 6. Um so yeah, I think especially with that too, like maybe he did say I'm not comfortable with this or like, you know, and they were just like sorry. And that's kind of like the gist that I got from when they talked about it on Drama Queens. That like it was a pretty like serious, you know, and like Chad didn't really want to do it. Um, but regardless of anything, obviously we all enjoy it. Uh,
Absolutely. The abs, the V line. Hello. V for very sexy.
but yeah, so and that'll lead us into the hazing because the whole middle of the episode is all the hazing scenes. They take
Right.
his clothes, that's why he had to walk with the balls. No ended. They kidnap him in the van, they vandalize the river court, all of which are things that are highly illegal and just like it's so gross. And this was the era of hazing, like hazing in Greek life, hazing, you know, in sports, like all of that, which fell to the wayside, I think, especially like when we were in high school, like our older sister, she was only 3 grades older than me, but like they hazed them. But by the time I was a freshman and she was a senior, like we didn't get hazed and none of us hazed. So like I think it was really an early 2000s type of thing, which thank God fell to the wayside. But it's crazy to me that this was just
Normal.
normal, like, oh, it's, you know, kids are gonna be kids, boys are gonna be boys, like it just is what it is. And obviously it was way more serious, like in college, Greek life and stuff, like they would do really grotesque things that some people like died. Um, so it's just like wild to see this portrayed on movie and TV from that time period.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you know, obviously Nathan's ego's bruised, and that's why they're doing it so badly to him, and like not
Right.
when again, like he said that they would have stopped by then. Um, but yeah, and then you know, it shows the booster meeting. Sherry lied to Karen, so she comes in late. And one of my favorite lines of Karen that she delivers is, "You're the same petty little bitch that you were in high school." And
Yep.
again,
Oh, good.
we all have a Sherry. We all know girls like that like into adulthood, you're just like, seriously. And Moira's just everything. Like, I love how she delivers the line. I love how she plays it. She's such a beautiful actress. And Sherry is so annoying. And it's funny because see Sherry a lot in the first, like, I want to say 6 episodes, and then like we never see her again. But I can't stand her. I can't stand her. And then the boosters, and they're like, "Our sons are the good ones." Like, excuse me? Like, you
Yeah.
know.
Right.
Also, I mean, love Jake. Jake is everything.
I know. I love it too.
A little bit of scenes in this episode. We're gonna see him more in the later episodes, like coming up here. But I just love him. I love his character. I love his charisma. I love Brian Greenberg, who plays Jake, so much. And yeah, he's the best. Jake's the best. He's my favorite basketball player.
Love it.
Then cut to Haley's talking to Karen. So Nathan comes to Haley. This is where Naley is born. Nathan comes to Haley to ask her to tutor him, and she's like, "Absolutely not. I don't like you." So then he goes to English. He gets an F on his paper. He brings it back to Haley in the tutor center, and he's like, "I'll be fine. F is for fine, right?" So then she starts, thinking, do I help him? Do I not help him? And she gets the advice from Karen in the cafe. And, Karen's like, "Well, if he's asking for help, maybe he's trying to change." And then Karen gives her the 2 pennies. I love that scene.
That was cute. Yeah.
I thought that was so adorable, the 2 pennies thing. So cute. And then we're blessed with the first Naley scene, because then Haley goes and she's like, "Okay, I'll tutor you. Not in the tutor center. We have to meet at the river, whatever, at the river." And he gives her the bracelet. We get the don't say
I never gave you anything.
And the bracelet that makes it through the entire show. And even like we were saying this when we watched it, like the chemistry that James and Joy have, you can even see it in those first couple scenes. In that scene where they're sitting down and she's starting to tutor him, how they look at each other, like it just, they're so cute. It blows my mind that they in no way, shape, or form ever were semi-romantic in real life.
I know.
Blows my mind. Because on like their chemistry when acting is just, it's the best. It's one of my favorite couples of TV. But and it just goes to show too, like Peyton and Nathan are so awkward. Like even with just the tutoring scene of Nathan and Haley, they have like 4 times as much chemistry as like Nathan and Peyton ever do. So yeah, but that was my favorite. I love that we're seeing Naley now. We're gonna see their tutoring scenes. And then, once Peyton and him break up, then they're going to get together. Right. Sorry if anybody's watching this for the first time. Spoiler. But yeah, and Music Madness, the music of the episode was really great. Not as iconic as the last 2 episodes, I will say. But the Boss House Apology song, really love Boss House Apologies. 40-Foot Echo, really great. Star Sailor, really great. Silence is Easy, love that song. But yeah, it's not as star-studded and as iconic as the songs in the other 2 episodes. Haley's pigtails, adorable.
Yes, love those.
Shout out to the butterfly clips.
I know.
But yeah, I think, and then it's the burning of the boat. Everyone's burning their stuff. I thought that was funny when the kid comes up to Lucas and he's like, or comes up to Haley and Lucas, and he's like, "You're badass," or whatever, or "You're the bomb." And Lucas is like,
It's like,
"Thanks." And he's like,
thanks.
"I got a B plus, Haley," and he's like talking about Haley.
Yeah, that was funny.
I thought that was really funny and cute. And Brooke coming up to Lucas at the end, like that scene,
I
adorable.
know, it was so cute.
I love their relationship so much, and I love Brooke so much, and it's just those cute little things, like her being sexy but cute, and like, quippy, and him just being so sweet to her, like, you don't have to. And she's like, "No, I know, but you're the first one to tell me that." Like, like, so cute.
Mhm.
It's cute. I can't wait to see more and more and more. But yeah, so that was pretty much the episode. I do like the burning boat. Obviously, love the Naley intro.
Mhm.
We'll do I do want to be, I don't want to be.
Okay. I'll go. I do want to be Haley because hello, Naley, hello, Nathan Scott, hello, the bracelet, like everything. Yes, I would love to experience that with Nathan as well. Ugh. Um, I guess I don't want to be Sherry because I do not want to be a petty, stuck-up bitch that still lives like I'm in high school.
Mm,
Uh, and like how she gave Karen the wrong time for the meeting and stuff. Like you're literally in your 30s,
mm,
maybe early 40s. Like grow up. Like, so I definitely don't want to be her. That's for sure, especially with that terrible haircut she has.
yeah. I would say I do want to be Brooke because iconic. She's everything. She's the most adorable. I don't want to be hmm probably Lucas, just because of all the hazing, and
Yeah,
he's
getting
getting really bad.
bad.
And, although he did get like Brooke starting stuff, so
Yeah.
win some, you lose some, I guess.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, so that's pretty much the episode. That's episode 3. So next time we will be doing episode 4, Crash Into You.
Oh,
Oh, that title.
I know.
All right, well, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you guys for listening. New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Catch you next time.